Good morning, everybody. It's Javier, and I will have a couple of pieces of information for you as it relates to your success here as a mortgage loan originator. A lot of what we talk about here also help you tremendously, of course, as a realtor as well. And we're going to go just over a few ideas that can help you generate mortgage leads by partnering with realtors. Right now, your stock as a loan officer just went up for the simple fact that you can bring a lot of value to realtors that are already seeing the writing on the wall. I was actually with the meeting, two of them yesterday with realtors, and I'm not negative at all. I was just there for another business on the power side, and they just kept talking about how the market is slowing down. And I told them I thought rates went back down, but maybe not. But everybody's a little spooked, especially realtors, and so your value, what you can do for them, and what your value proposition is, just went up. And I really sincerely mean that as well. Now, before that, what I want to do is I want to give everybody here a website that I owed. I made a mistake this past week. I did a presentation that I promised you I was going to invite you, and I forgot. We did a presentation this Wednesday at 6 p.m. regarding solar, and I just forgot. I sent out the text reminder to our solar people, but I never sent it out to the radiant people. And some of you were asking me what happened, and I just forgot. So I apologize for that. But I'm going to give you a link to a website that you can go to and view a recording of the presentation. But I do wanted to just follow up, if you would, from what we spoke about back in November and December, when I told everybody that my goal was to generate my first group of success stories, if you would, as to how realtors and loan officers, because I'm telling you, the market's changing. You have to be ahead of the curve when it comes to change in our industry. And so I wanted to just give you an example of a few of the people. And I apologize because I don't have pictures, I don't have material on everybody, but a few of our MLOs and realtor partners and friends that are doing very well. I just wanted to take a moment to congratulate Mr. Walter. Well, Walter was one of the first to come on board, and within just a few short weeks, he was having his very first solar installation, making thousands of dollars off the sale. And at the end of the day, that's what this is about. That's what business is about. And so if you guys are considering, thinking, looking into it, I'm going to give you the website here in just 1 second that talks about how you can leverage the power of the opportunity with power. And so are you on? I don't know if he's on, but I just wanted to congratulate him. And maybe he can share. Well, let's see if he's on, first of all. Walter, are you on? All right. Well, I'm not going to spend more time on this because I want to get back to the other training. But I do also want to thank and recognize another success story, another realtor that just started with us, literally. And she's already, it took 7 days, which she holds the record, by the way. On the 20th of January, they did the proposal for a potential client. And by the 27th, the system was being installed, which doesn't happen. Just, people 2 months. And it ended up going through that quick. So I just want to congratulate another success story from our team as far as a realtor is concerned that is doing that. Some of you do or do not know, this is Mr. Scott Ogata. He's a good friend of ours. He's been here with Radiant for a very, very long time. He's actually a full-time police officer. He also leveraged the power of solar. He got his first installation, his first sale. So I wanted to congratulate him as well. And then this gentleman right here, Mr. Ramos, you guys know him. He's been with us on the Radiant set for a very, very long time. And, again, he got his first sale with power as well. I mean, the success stories go on and on and on. So I just want to, again, remind you that if you are a real estate agent, you are an MLO, you owe it to yourself to look into it. Don't leave money on the table. You are literally leaving thousands and tens of thousands of dollars on the table. And because of the revolution that's going on, it's not going to slow down for anybody. Electricity continues to go up. The price of electricity continues to go up. Pollution is just choking the life out of people and of the environment. Power just had the 10,000th installation of a solar system happen. This is a top 61 or number 61 of the top 5,000 private going companies. The zero down, so your clients pay nothing out of pocket. I'm having solar installed on my home. I just had my site inspection. Turns out I'm going to need a new roof, which is kind of good because we knew we were going to eventually need it. We're down to the fiberglass, they say. So the good news is that even though now I'm going to add a roof to the house, I'm still paying zero down and zero out of pocket. So now I'm going to have a slightly higher payment with a brand new roof, brand new solar. And again, 30-year warranty, bumper to bumper. How can you go wrong? My personal story, which is what I sell everybody on, is this. I was paying this is my bill from November, $341. The month before that was $418. In the summer, I pay $600 a month in electricity because not only do I have two electric cars, but on top of that, I have a pool that the pool motor just runs. The pump is running all the damn time. And so what they did, they were able to take me from that bill to only 157 a month. I'm probably going to be closer to 200 now because I need a new roof, but it's still a third of what I pay in the summer, and I'm helping the environment do that. I qualified for the $13,000 federal tax credit on top of all that, which is simply incredible. My interest rate, 1.99%, and you just can't beat it. I'll leave you with this, and this is an example of what it is that our people are on track to do. If you do just three sales a month, your income would be $21,000 based on an average commission of $7,000, or $250 something thousand a year by three sales a month that we will do for you, by the way. We'll talk to the people, we'll do the proposal. You just simply connect us, and you're making commissions comparable to real estate and mortgages, with the exception that here you can close multiple of them every single month, when most people don't do that. If you are, well, I'm a little slow. Okay, well, maybe you can do two. If you do two, that's $14,000 a month, $168 a year, which, as far as I'm concerned, is simply incredible. And if you're really, really slow, well, maybe you can only do one, for God's sakes. If you can pop out just one sale a month, that's $7,000 a month, or $84,000 a year. And if you can't do at least one, well, don't join us. I mean, we're looking for people that are going to be doing at least one on a bad month. And here, company is just like EXP, that privately owned, is going to be going public. And so you earn options with every sale that you make. So I have one sale under my belt, so I have 25 options from there. I get 12 options for everybody that I sponsor when they have their first sale. So I picked up another 12 options from Ramos, another 12 options from Scott Ogata. I picked up another 12 options from Walter. I picked up another 12 options from Michelle. And I mean, it just continues to grow, which of course is where the big money is as well. Your job is to collect this electricity bill, like the one that they picked up from me. They use the data on the bill to put together the proposal based on their numbers, meaning the customer's numbers, not the company's numbers. And that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. This is something that more realtors are gravitating to supplement or increase their overall success. Doesn't mean you're broke. Doesn't mean the market's crashing. Not at all. It's just simply there's never a bad time to make more money and use that money to further your real estate and or mortgage business as well. If you want to know more, go here, successwithsolar.com. You can go ahead and click the actual button to schedule a Zoom one-on-one with me, and I will walk you through everything at that time. Successwithsolar.com, and I'll take it one step further. Now, this is for anybody that's not. If you're already empowered, don't schedule anything, please. It's not for you. Successwithsolar.com. And so I just went ahead and typed it into the chats because I got to get going. But I'm telling you, I regret it if you don't at least consider the opportunity. You can go ahead and make an informed decision. So anyways, let's go ahead and get with the training. I want to say thank you to, again, everybody that's here today. What I want to do is talk to you about just a few things. It's not long at all. Today's actually very short because the market is changing. And all of a sudden, the things that we were doing for realtors that in some cases they didn't really need from us, it still got us loans. Now it's starting to shine big time. Now it's making a tremendous difference. And I want to make sure, thank you, that no one gets left behind. Realtors see that the changes in the market means a couple of things. Number one, less resources for them, meaning there's going to be less people on the field, as we like to describe it. And as a loan officer, you can come in and fill the need. I gave a presentation. I don't know if any of you were on it. They asked me to be a speaker at a Marketing Boost Summit that took place over the last 2 days. And people from literally all over the world, all over the world were on it. And they asked me to be a speaker. And I did it. It was yesterday, and it was a complete success. I'm hearing from people from all over the world saying, hey, thank you for the ideas. Thank you for, incredible. And the only problem, sometimes they cling on too much. And I tell them, look, that was just because I wanted you to win. I don't care what company you're with. I want you to win. And so what I was telling them, I want to share with you, is that there's never been a better time to bring some of these tools, the tools to help succeed. Now, there's a lot of low-hanging fruit that wasn't so low before. Before, the low-hanging fruit was being a realtor or even maybe being an MLO, because rates kept dropping, home prices kept going up, and everybody was buying, selling, or refinancing. So it wasn't so. Now, the low-hanging fruit is basically people looking for the help that you can help them with by exposing them, retaining clients, and of course, generating more business in the process. Now, why should a realtor work with you? Let me ask you, if you're going to go out there and do anything, you want to build a network of realtors. I was with two of them yesterday, and I did the same thing for both of them that turned into two sales outside of the real estate and mortgage industry for me. As a matter of fact, I was there to thank somebody that I had helped generate business on the real estate side. It wasn't my sell, but I helped them, and I walked out with two. It's going to be three, but right now with two solar contracts, $7,000 a pop. That's $14,000. If the third one comes through, it'll be 28 over breakfast with the realtor. So why should a realtor work with you? Anybody? I'm a realtor. Why should I work with you? There's about 1 million of you around. Why you? Anybody? Anybody? Come on, guys. This is not good. Come on. Why? Anybody? Okay,
you have to prove to them. You have to prove to them that you're a go-getter and you'll work with them all the time.
My question, and listen to me, the question is a very specific question. I'm a realtor, so you need to answer the question like you would be answering. I'm just like I'm asking you. Why should a realtor work with you? What's the answer to that? Okay, or better yet, why should I as a realtor work with you, the MLO? Why you?
How about cost, closing cost assistance?
Okay, and we want to be assertive, right? Don't ask me, tell me.
Closing cost assistance, quick pre-approval.
Okay, next. Thank you. Very good answer. Okay, anybody else? Closing cost assistance. Well, he gave two. I wanted just one, but okay, just one. It's easy peasy, right? Anybody?
Readily available.
What's that?
Ready and available.
I hope that that's like the default for anything in life, right? I mean, most people would probably say, okay, but hopefully that is true. Okay, what else? Why should somebody work with you?
Well, we can help expand their profile and reach. We can bring tools to the table to help them with their.
Okay, well, tell me, Stephen. Tell me though. Don't tell me like I'm the okay. Why should I work with you, Stephen?
Listen, we'd love to help you expand your profile. I can bring tools to the table to help you with that. We can help you with your open houses. I can do videos of your open house that you can present online.
And let me ask you a question, because you're doing a tremendously good job. I mean, you're kind of ruining the training because you just gave it all. But no, I mean, you're doing a great job. How can we encapsulate what you do? How can we encapsulate all that in a short phrase? How can we do that?
We want to bring value to you and your.
Okay, first of all, can you hear me okay? I want to make sure that the thing doesn't disconnect from the AirPod. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hold on. I don't know why this is doing this. Hold on. This disconnected. My God, this is scary. Disconnected from my laptop somehow. Screaming. Hold on. This is really weird. I've never seen this happen. I can't believe it did that. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how the hell it happened. It connected to my AirPods that are closed in the case. So anyway, scary. So how can we encapsulate that? What Stephen just said. Think about it. We're here to learn, right? We're here to strategize. I'm not here to just preach. I mean, how can we encapsulate that? What's one way to put it? I'll give it to you. I'll give you one of them. Go ahead.
We want to bring you value added and bring tools to the table to help you expand your reach and increase your business.
Good, very good. Let's make it even better. How can we make it even better? And there's one thing specifically that I'm looking for, and I'll give it to you right now because you're doing a great job. You're right. Everything you said is absolutely right, dead on. And so what I always answer along the lines of, well, Stephen, one of the things that I focus on is helping you grow your business, close more deals, and increase your overall income as a realtor. Now, how I go about it, perfectly, you just explained it right there. Everything he said. But what I'm saying is that what grabs people's attention long enough for their brain to say, I want to know more. Here, let me give you an example of what I mean. I'm going to actually share with you my opening slide. Let's see if it opens up. Okay, so let me know if you guys see a PowerPoint pop up, because it was doing this earlier. I wouldn't play it, but it was playing the PowerPoint earlier. Now it's not playing it again. And so anyways, I'm going to get a heart attack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it and I'm going to read you the PowerPoint that I did for Marketing Boost, which is the marketing certificates that I'm always using. And the reason they invited me there is because I'm one of the people that actually uses the most of the system, that redeems the most certificates and so on. So they wanted me to be there. And the name of my presentation was not how to sell more houses, mortgages, because there are people that were selling B2B, business to business, B2C, business to consumers, nothing in common as far as the product, but they did have one thing in common, and that was they wanted to increase their sales. And like I said, by the time I was done with my presentation, I actually picked up some recruits from there as well. It was really, really good. What I was explaining to them, and what I'm going to explain to you, the presentation that I gave was called Leading by Giving. And then below it, which you can't see, it says the subtitle, The Key to Perpetual Business Success. It's, picture of me, all that I've done, the loan officers, how much business, life insurance, solar, the whole 9 yards. But what I want to share with you is that when it comes to business, there's only two philosophies on which to run it. So only two philosophies on which you are going to run your business. Number one is lead by giving, and number two is to lead by taking. And 99% of the people, by default, go with number two, lead by taking. Now, they don't tell themselves that. They don't say that. Here, I'm here to take, but that's what they do. And people notice what you do more than what you say. And so I was giving him an example as to why. Why is that? Why do you think that's so? Why do you think that most people, unbeknownst to them, they're leading by taking? Why is that? There's one really fundamental reason. Anybody? Why do you think that's so? Anybody? I'm still trying to launch this stupid webinar that's not launching for whatever reason. It's about to give me a heart attack. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I apologize for that. Anybody? Why do you think that's so? And again, I'm not beating up on anybody. I live analyzing what works and what doesn't in people's business. That's what I do for a living. I analyze it. And I agree with what I'm going to say. So anybody, what do you think that's so?
Probably thinking about their next paycheck.
Thank you. Now, just so you know, I'm not talking about somebody coming and saying, hi, Vanessa, how are you? My name is Javier. Can you help me with the sale? Because I need to make my mortgage next month, and February is around the corner. That would be rude, right? I mean, how rude is that? But here's how most people do it. Hi, Vanessa. My name is Javier Rodriguez. I'm the real estate agent in this area, and I can help you when you're looking to buy or sell. I mean, you might as well say the other one, because you said nothing about who I am. You didn't even try to find out. Maybe I already own a home. Maybe I don't want to sell. Maybe my daughter wants to buy or sell. But what I'm saying is that most people do it, and they don't even see and know and notice what it is that they're doing. So the fundamental difference between which philosophy you run your business on is going to be based upon what you lead with. And so the answer to it is the reason that most people by default start, end, and fail in number two is because and it's not their fault, by the way. It's not their fault. We as humans are hardwired to survive, not to succeed. And so we go after, like Vanessa said, the commission, the income. I mean, that's why I'm doing it. It's my job. Well, I'm not saying that that's not your job. I don't like to get involved in anything. I don't like to get involved in anything unless I'm going to win at it. I'm not saying not to go after the income. I'm not saying it's what you lead with that ultimately makes the greatest difference. Lead by giving or lead by taking. And so just when I say the word lead, that also has a lot to do with what you lead with in your communication. Now, how do we communicate? We talk, right? We send emails, we have flyers. And so when I was talking to this group of literally just tons of people that were on the summit worldwide, I gave them examples directly from my LinkedIn account. I logged into LinkedIn and I showed them these messages. Here's a message I got from somebody named Brian Chavez. Javier, I noticed you are the executive field chairman of First Financial Security. So I thought it would make sense to reach out with video surveillance security cameras fall under your supervision, or perhaps another person on your team. Get the hell out of here. I mean, not even a how are you? Not even how's your business going? Not even a anything. I
Excuse
mean,
me, Javier, are you
what?
supposed to be showing your screen or no?
I'm trying, but it's not going to work. It's not
Okay,
working.
no worries. Thank you.
Yeah, let me try to do it one more time. I want you to see it. So it should be trying on your end. Can you see like a little thing trying? What do you see on your
Yeah,
screen?
I see it's trying, but it's not.
Yes. I have no clue what's going on with this thing today. So anyways, I already restarted the computer. It's not me. And so what I'm saying, I wanted to show you the LinkedIn message. So I'm just going to let it spin for a second. Hopefully it just, oh, there it is. You see it? No?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm not going to take it down right now because that thing took forever to go ahead and go back up. And so, anyways, so what I'm saying here is what I'm saying here that's very important is, I mean, how big of a fool does somebody have to be or rude to? This is the definition of leading by taking. Hi, I noticed you're an executive field chairman. I want to sell you my stupid cameras. I mean, what do you think are the chances of people looking at this and saying, finally, I found somebody that can sell me the cameras? I mean, what's that? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were something. All right, yeah. Don't unmute yourself if you got stuff going on or something like that, which is fine. Just don't unmute yourself quite yet, just to make sure that because I'm getting feedback from somebody. But anyways, everybody's muted. But the point that I'm making, is that we do that all day long. Hello, my name is Javier Rodriguez. If you're looking to refinance, I can help you get the best rate. Okay. Get the hell out of here. I mean, what is that all about? It's amazing how you will get further. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, most realtors can't find a listing to save their life for the main reason that they're looking for a listing. Loan officers can't find a loan because primarily they're looking for a loan. And so this is literally the same presentation and examples I gave everybody on the summit yesterday. Here's another one. Hi, dear. I'm pleased that we're both professionally connected. Please buy my app. I mean, what the hell is that all about? And it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. What I'm saying is that this is just one example. I'm not telling you to do this, but this is actually the PowerPoint that I used on the summit. It's not for you. I'm going to go back to it right now, but it's just that I don't know if the other PowerPoint is going to come back up. So I was mentioning to these guys, a lot of them sell services, products, and so on. Someone wanted to talk to cops. Now, if I go to the captain of the police station and say, sir, can I come in and talk to your officers about mortgages? You know, rates are good right now. They're going to tell me to go pound sand. They're on the clock. You can't come in and pitch to them. And that is primarily because of what I did. I led by taking. So how do you lead by giving? You want to sell more, give more. And the answer is you find a need for whoever you're dealing with, which we're talking about realtors right now, which I'm going to come back to it. This is a separate PowerPoint. I'm just terrified that I'm not going to launch my other one. So bear with me. And so if I'm selling to cops, you have to find out what's important to them and fill that need. What need do they have that matters to them first? There's nothing wrong with you having a selfish interest. Nothing. That's what makes the world go round. But it's how you lead, like those people, those horrible people that showed you messaging me like that. I would never. Usually what I do, I report them as spam just to mess with them because I think they're doing such a horrible job. So we lead with the police departments by giving fundraising barbecues. A fundraising barbecue, as you can see right here, we donate the chips, the sodas, the hot dogs. We simplified it. Before we hamburgers and/or hot. Now it's just hot dogs. It's just hot dogs, chips, and drink. We sell it for $9. They keep all of the money. Blah 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 blah. This is one that, and all of a sudden, guess what? Life is good because in return we go and talk to the officers, and it gets us business. I made $22,000 yesterday during a breakfast with cops. Yes, 2 cops. 22,000. And it started with a thank you breakfast, nothing to do with sales. We talked about travel. They asked me about airplanes and flights and how to deal with this. And on our way out, it's like, oh, by the way, I heard you mention this the other day. How does it work? Okay, well, I'm not here for that, but if you want to hear about it, here it is. Sold, $22,000 later. Unbelievable. And so again, you lead by giving, and then you get eventually what you want. As a matter of fact, this is what we want. Get in front of people. I don't care if they're cops, cooks, groups of select masses of people, but if they're very well qualified, that's even better. I sent out an email Monday, the one that you see on the screen. Hey, I'm excited to announce that we are taking reservations for Break It to Vegas. We set the date, we bring the food, you keep the money, call, text me for more information. Where does it say anything about real estate or mortgages or solar or anything, life insurance? Nowhere, because it doesn't matter. If you added one line about that, you literally just took your email and flushed it down the toilet. And so they saw what was in it for them, and boom, you can see the date, January 26th, which is this past Wednesday. The probation department reaches out to me saying, hey, we're interested in that. How does it work? So I'm telling them, this is how we do it. We've done a ton of them with a bunch of different police departments, but they're asking, what is the catch? Now, they know that there's going to be a catch somewhere. And I go, there is a catch. Thankfully, it's an easy catch. What is that? Well, we just want to come in during your next roll call or staff meeting and literally 5-6 minutes tell people what we do, how we do it, and how we can benefit them. And that's it. And he goes, what else? That's it. He goes, sold. I go, how many people are going to round up for me? He goes, we have 100. We have a staff meeting on Mondays with 100 probation officers. Done. You have the stupid barbecue. I guarantee you that we will be there. We will even donate our tablet and so on, and it's done. And so I gave him actually one of the vacation certificates, which is what you see here. I sent that to him. He liked it. Blah, 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 and got his contacts, email, phone number, everything. Life is good. And so again, the same thing with the churches. We lead by giving. We are doing the fundraising barbecues. A barbecue is a fundraising barbecue. How hard is it, right? The churches raised tons of money for them. This church, we raised $1,500 in less than an hour. And the guy on the right-hand side by the name of Alan, he's the month of December, he generated 24 applications, which is simply incredible. He actually has one at a church this weekend here in LA. He has one in Colorado that he's going to fly to. He just won the trip to Europe. He's going to be with his production. And he'll tell you the church campaign did it for him. He's coming with us. We're going in April. We're going to be flying to Barcelona. From Barcelona, we jump on the ship. We're going to go to Italy. We're going to be going, Monte Carlo. We're going to be going everywhere, all over the place. And we end up in Venice. From Venice, he catches the train to Switzerland. From Switzerland, he's going to catch the train to Paris. After Paris, a couple of days, catches the train again to London, and then flies back home from London there. All with the production he got by leading by giving. So I'm not going to get into this as well. Lastly, we have made literally millions in face amount of life insurance, millions with teachers. If you want to sell homes, you want to sell mortgages, learn how to lead by giving. So what do we do? Can you afford $150, in balls and different things for kids and donate it to get your name out there? Because if you can't, well, then you're in the wrong business. We do it. That's George Munoz right there on the left-hand side holding the banner. He's on the life insurance side, and he himself won the trip to Europe as well doing that. This Monday, they're going to be in LA, Fisher Elementary, doing another sports equipment giveaway, and they put him in front of the staff. Now they're doing it even better because now it's virtual. He donates the equipment. He gets on Zoom during the regular weekly staff meeting. They give him 5-10 minutes. He does his thing. He puts up a flow code, which I'm going to talk to you about next weekend, and got 5 appointments this week just by doing that. And he calls me, of course, to say, hey, can you send police to be there with us? Sure. I call, I arrange it for the cops to show up. And then I always tell them, make sure you market to them too, and go back to the police station when they see that you're more than just a life insurance guy, and so on, and so on, and so on. So anyways, I'm going to try to switch gears and go back to my other PowerPoint, and hopefully it pops up. And so we were talking about that. So in closings, before I hand it over to Red, I want to just mention to you the whole thing with realtors. Right now, your stock has gone up like you wouldn't believe. And most people or most loan officers won't believe it because of the simple fact that they are looking for hope. They're looking for help. They're looking to bring their costs down. They're looking to bring the number of potential clients up and everything in between. So what does that mean? And what does that look like? It's actually pretty simple. I just asked you, why should a realtor work with you? And only 1 or 2 of you even tried. That means that everybody else that doesn't have a reason, you're doomed, for the simple fact that it doesn't sound like you would want to work with yourself, and so you have to learn to encapsulate, meaning really, really short and sweet. So whenever I talk to a realtor, my main focus is actually to help you increase your overall sales and success by generating more listings and helping you retain more clients and generate referrals. And then the first thing they ask me is, how do you do that? Well, we do that in multiple different ways. Right now, credit checks, you can give them an answer within an hour, 48-hour DU approvals. This is along the lines of the minutiae of the sausage making of the business. I don't lead with this too much, but we do have the via on-time closing guarantee. We have the closing cost assistance that now starts to matter more because, again, rates are higher. Money that's being brought to the table matters a lot more. My daughter's buying a home, and she sent me all her stuff. I called the loan officer, and I asked them point blank, what's up with this $5,800 in discount fees you're charging her? It's bullshit. I'm in the business myself. I can go ahead and do this if I wanted to. It's just that right now I think it's easier if we just left it with you and got it done. On top of that, the realtor, I'm licensed. I could have represented her, but we said we're going to give her $5,000 in closing cost assistance. Oh, but I think they did. I go, no, I'm looking at the documents right now. It says credit from seller 0, and it has $5,800 on top of that from you. Well, that must have been a typo. I'm sure we can work. And just yesterday, they finally sent the paperwork because now that's $11,000 less she has to bring to the table that they were going to screw her over for. And so again, all this stuff matters today more than ever before because this is, and remember, my personal opinion, market's going to cool off, but the prices are going to go down. They're not going to crash right away. So we're still going to have a combination of higher or increasing rates with the same high values. That's a lot of money people have to bring to the table. So when you talk to a realtor and let them know that, hey, I can help you by reducing the anxiety of your buyers, by walking them through the process, and on top of that, giving them thousands of dollars to help them with their closing costs, your value goes up. This is what I was asked to be a speaker over, which is the vacation certificates. Now, the good news is that, again, if you're dealing with any, and I do mean any realtor that is looking to increase leads, a good realtor would be doing open houses every weekend, especially if you're newer, or are looking to make money as a real estate agent. Why are you at home? You should be working an open house. Even if it's not your listing, you can still work an open house. You can. And so you're there to generate leads. You're not going to do it from home. How's that working out for you? And so can you imagine you calling up a realtor? Hey, my name is Javier. I'm with Radiant Mortgage Bank. And the reason that I was calling you is because I just wanted to offer my services to help you close more deals, generate more leads, and increase your overall success in 2022. Okay, how do you do that? Well, multiple different ways. But one of our most popular things is we have the Cancun and Las Vegas vacation giveaway, where we literally donate 6 days, 5 nights in Cancun or 4 days, 3 nights in Las Vegas just for showing up to your open house. It will increase the foot traffic. It will increase the number of leads. And the best part, you keep all the leads. We don't even want them. But when it comes time to issue these vacations, we will pick up the tab on every single one that you promise them, and we will deliver. And to show you what I'm talking about, I would like to send you a free 4-day, 3-night stay in Las Vegas so you can kind of go through the process yourself. Fair enough? That's it. That's all I want to do. That's as far as I'm going to take it, because if that doesn't get me further down the road, nothing else will. And all I can do is open my mouth and scare him or her away by saying the wrong thing beyond that. How simple is that? Very simple. I was talking to a loan officer the other day. I'm doing strategy sessions for February, but only for Power. I'm not doing it for Radiant this month. And I was asking about, it just so happens it's also a realtor. And the answer, when I asked them about the certificates, because they're on sale right now, $47 a month. They went up to $199 a month. It's back down. They're having a flash sale for $47. I asked them, well, how are you doing with the certificates? How many are you giving away a month? Well, I actually only had it for a month and I canceled it. I go, why did you cancel it? Well, nothing was really happening with them. Nothing was really happening with them. I go, were you happening? How many did you issue? None. How many realtors did you offer them to? Well, none. I go, how the hell is it supposed to make a difference in your business if you don't even have it? You were not even using it. So you did the right thing, by the way, by canceling it. Because, yeah, if you're really not going to even try, don't get it. Don't get it. Take the money and spend it on anything else other than this. But you got to understand that you're choosing the long, hard road versus the smooth freeway that's been set up for you already. And so, again, I give my realtors the actual stands. I bought them on Alibaba, like 20 of these stupid stands that you see on the screen for like $7. And I just load it up already. He said, here, just hit. That's all you need to do. You can print out the certificates like the one you see on the left if you just want to hand them out on the spot and not deal with anything. Or you can do what I do, which is automate the whole system. Automate the whole system. I was actually having lunch yesterday with one of our, and for those that are part of Power, I finally finalized the deal with David Perez. David Perez is one of the most successful mentors in Power. And what he does a lot of door knocking. So I know that we have people here that are already, door knocking. We are going to set it up next week. We're going to have we're going to get together for breakfast. We're going to bring people that are already up and running on Power that are interested in learning how to leverage the Power. He took a brand new mentee last week out at 3 p.m. They knocked at a door. The guy showed interest. The guy gave him a copy of his bill. They took a picture. They uploaded it on their mobile device. They kept door knocking. They told him, hey, look, if our proposal comes back in time today, can we come by around 6? Yes. They kept door knocking. They came back at 6. The guy ended up signing up on the spot for an $8,000 commission on the spot. So if you're part of Power, let me know if you want to be part of that. And it is in person only. It's going to be in the Inland Empire, more than likely Ontario. And so again, we're deadly serious about this. And so anyways, I met with him because he's also an EXP. He was telling me some of his challenges in building, and I explained to him how I get clients. I told him the story of the cops that I had breakfast with. It cost me $100. I can even show you the receipt because I paid for their vacation and certificates. I paid $120 each. It went up. So I paid $120, but I told him I got $22,000 out of it. And the first thing he said, of course, was, I've heard about this marketing thing, but I don't know how to sign up. So I gave him my link. Now he's helping me with Power. I'm helping him with the certificates, and we're off to the races. I bring more value to the realtor. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Don't go out there and make this week look like last week and last week sucked. Then don't complain. Do what you need to do. If you need to drive, you drive. If you need to go, blah, blah. I mean, and so that's what I'm saying. Anthony, I got your message as to when we're finalizing the date by tomorrow. So I'll let you know. It won't be this Monday or Tuesday. So we'll give you plenty of time, or as much time as possible. And the catch is, if you're I committed to him that anybody that comes here to learn how to door knock with him has to do the training sales that come out of it with him. We're not going to take advantage of him. One thing I will tell you, like I told him, I will never take more from you than I give you. Never. I just don't do that. I will overdo it and give you a lot more than I ever take from you. And I am leveraging him. I do have selfish interests, but I think it's fair that in the process, he's going to be doing extremely well as well. And so, like I said, there's a lot of different, and I'm not going to spend too much time on how to reach realtors because you're more than likely one, and you know where the hell they hang out. You know how you can get a hold of them by Googling realtors, by being specific to geographic areas if you don't want to drive too far. I met with this David guy yesterday in person because to me, when I'm having a serious conversation, I want it in person. We're doing training instead of doing the training via webinar on how to door knock. How the hell are you going to knock on the screen or your laptop? No. If it means that much to you, get in your car and drive. What if you live far? Well, then fill up your tank. I mean, I don't know. And I don't spend time thinking about stuff like that. But it's something that if something means enough to somebody, they'll do it. And so again, you know where they are. It's just a matter of you getting to them and doing your part. You can also go into the numerous realtor databases out there that will charge you. Some are free. Google itself is free. We bought the list last time that I'm still using to this day. We gave you 409,000 realtors that you can search on a massive Google Excel sheet by city, by zip code, by literally by phone number, by area code. It's an incredible piece of information that those of you that pitched in and obtained it just need to learn how to leverage it as well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Rhett to take it up on the mortgage side of the house. But I'm telling you, there's never been a better time to be in mortgages as far as I'm concerned, where you can build your network of referring realtors if you bring them value. If you don't know how to bring in value, I've been teaching you, and I'm going to continue to teach you that, but you're going to have to do your part. A few of you have gone rogue on me, and you think you're professional students. You're coming to school on Saturday. That's not what this is about. This starts and it ends with you increasing your productivity that will lead you to increasing your income as well. But if a week goes by that you're not doing your part, you should reconsider it, because I'm telling you, we're about to, not me, but saying life is going to be shaking the real estate industry tree, and a lot of people are going to fall the hell out of it because they're just simply not entrenched enough. I have 2 people this week that wanted to join me. I told them, before you come on board, I need to see your marketing approach so that I know for a fact that you're not coming too late into the party to start from scratch. If you don't have experience, it's going to be very difficult like never before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Rhett Stafford to see what he's got. So Rhett, the show yours, sir.
Good morning. Thanks, Javier. Good morning, everybody. I want to just reiterate everything that Javier was saying is so true. Too many times we as loan officers, when we start talking to our prospects, and I don't mean borrowers, I'm talking about realtors. Too many times we start talking first, and it really is about asking the right questions. And when we were doing in-person training and things like that, whether it be a borrower or a realtor or whatever the case may be, if you talk to somebody for 60 seconds, they will tell you and give you all the information you need to be able to close them. So when you're talking to a new realtor, maybe you should think about asking some questions first, because if you go in saying, I'll pre-qualify your buyers, or even if I'll pre-approve your buyers, anybody can do that. Anybody can do credit checks. Anybody can do DU approvals. Anybody can do any of those other things. There are a lot of things that we do that probably most people don't, like the vacation certificates, the on-time closing guarantee, those types of things. But none of that would matter necessarily, or not much of that would matter if the realtor you're talking to doesn't want to work with buyers. They only want to work with sellers. And if you haven't found out that simple thing. So, the way you would approach a listing agent is completely different than the way you would want to approach, maybe it's not approach, the way you would try and close a listing agent to work with you may be different than the way you'd want to close a buyer's agent. And so if you find out a little bit about their business, find out what they're doing, and maybe you start by just saying, because most people, if they're successful in the business, they're working with somebody. They may be working with several people, and ask them, do you have a favorite lender that you work with? And when they say, or are you already working with a lender? Now, most people, regardless, even if they're not, are going to tell you, oh yeah, I already got a lender. Just simply because we don't like to be sold. We hate being sold. So if you further question that, because what I've found is just because they say that doesn't necessarily make it true. So my response to that, when somebody says, oh yeah, I'm already working with a lender, that's great. What company are they with? And then when you see them kind of look away for a minute, try and figure out whatever the case may be, you may get a feeling for whether or not they're telling you the truth, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter the answer. They work with Chase. Great. Do you have a particular loan officer that you're working with? You're trying to get down to where you can actually get to the real crux of what you want to talk about, which is they tell you, yeah, I'm working with loan officer. Have you been working with them for a long time? Yeah, I've been working with them for years. Wonderful. Let me ask you a question. What is the number one thing they do for you to help you make more money and close more deals? And just wait for the answer. Now, make sure you have something in mind that you can talk to them about. But really, at that point, all you're trying to do is get an appointment, and especially, I know Alex is talking to people, realtors on the phone, trying to set up a time to meet with them to try and get some business from them. What you're trying to do is get to that next phase where you can actually spend a few minutes and really talk turkey, really figure out how it is that you might be able to help them, because it's all about benefit. It's all about benefit. Why, just like Javier said, why should I work with you? Okay. So if you can get down to that, and if they come back and they say, well, what do you mean? Well, how do they help you grow your business? How do they help you close more deals? And he said, well, they close my loans. Was that all they do for you? Would you be interested in speaking with me for a few minutes if I could show you not just how to close the deals you give me, but how to get more deals for you to close. Would that make any sense to you? Now, if they say no, go say next and go away. I don't know why they would say no, just unless they just don't like you or you smell bad or something. I don't know. But it's about helping them make more money, especially right now. Interest rates are going up. Okay. So, if you've got borrowers sitting on the sidelines, if you're sitting on the sidelines thinking rates are going to come back down, listen to the news. Look at what's going on in the world today. Inflation's going up. The last 11, 12 days, interest rates have gone up almost 1%. Now, the last couple of days, we've had good bond market results. Okay. But the trend is up. Right now, I just quoted one yesterday at 3.875 on a conventional loan, 5% down. I quoted a 3.5 on an FHA. I had a client call me this week and say, hey, I'm ready to get back in the market. I started with her about a year ago, just so you know. I'm ready to get back in the market, and I want to see if I can get a little bit higher qualification. And so we ran through the numbers, and yeah, not a problem, because interest rates have gone up a little bit. I pulled up her file, and I had pre-qualified her conventional loan, 20% down, at 2.625 about a year ago. Today, I quoted her, or on Wednesday, I quoted Thursday. Thursday, I quoted her 3.875. I was at 2.625, and now we're at 3.875. Now that's a year, but realistically, 2.5-3 weeks ago, we were quoting 3 3.125, 3.25 tops, and now we're quoting 3 3/4 to 3.8. And 2 weeks from now, mark my words, I will bet you will be quoting 4 1/8 on a conventional. So, if you've got people sitting on the sidelines, you need to figure out how to get them, the proverbial shit or get off the pot. It's time to do something, and it's time to do something now. Especially if they're on that cusp of qualifying or not, if interest rates go up any further. The other thing you want to really start thinking about is non-QM. We're going to see more clients that are popping up for non-QM. So you need to go into Slack. You need to download the matrices. You need to understand a little bit more about how that works, and figure out how to maybe generate some of that kind of business. These are the people that have had problems for the last 3 years trying to get loans because non-QM went away. It's back. And we've got some great programs for bank statements, great programs for DSCR, the debt service coverage ratio, which is a no income strictly off of the investment property rents. And, I truly believe that over the course of the next year, probably 30%, maybe more, of our overall business will be non-QM. So we need to get better at that. We need to get better at marketing for that. There's a lot of equity out there still that people need to access. So even though you may think, well, I missed the boat, interest rates are 3.875, we still got loans coming in that are refis, not as many. Most of our business, we're back to most of our business that's coming in is purchase business. Quite frankly, I thought we would see the prices settling a little bit. We're not really seeing that yet, not too much. We're still seeing offers come in over list price. We're still seeing offers come in over appraised value. We're still seeing buyers willing to pay over appraised value to close the deal. Because at the end of the day, what is driving this market, as far as the real estate side of it, was two things: interest rates and all the buyers out there. There's just so many buyers out there that still want to buy. And, yes, inflation's crazy, but consumer confidence is good. People want to buy a house. All those boomerangers that lost their home back in the crash and had to move back in with their parents, they're ready to get out. All the millennials that have graduated from high school and college and now have jobs, they have they want to buy a home. Hector says it's because of low inventory. Well, it's the same problem. More buyers means low inventory, because there's just, it's all the inventory that pops up is gone immediately. So the good news is, I think that we're going to see some sellers jump into the market, because all of a sudden they're saying, well, wait, I was thinking that the prices are just going to continue to go up. I'll wait a few months. Maybe I should think about this. And we're only 3 months away from summertime, and so you make sure you're positioning yourself. And like Javier said, you need to always be offering benefits. I mean, we're offering the ability to do the on-time closing guarantee. If you don't know about that, we'll talk about that some other time. You can offer the credit reports. Yes, you can offer the DU approvals. You can offer cross qualifications to listing agents. Now, some of this means you're going to have to get a lot better at what you do. Very few times, very little, hardly ever am I getting asked, I need to improve my skills. I need to get better. And they say, well, I want training. Well, what we found over the course of the last 3 or 4 years is, if we just do training, we wind up with what people like what Javier was just talking about, professional students that don't really do anything. Show me you deserve it. Show me you really are serious about it. This last week, I met with Anthony and Michael. They said, hey, we really want to meet with you, and we want to talk about how do we grow our business? How do we get better at what we do? And so we had to sit down and we talked about it, and we've scheduled some time. We're going to start doing some in-depth training with those two guys who are the leaders of their teams, and so that they can go back and help their realtors and their loan officers get better at what they do. Because as we get better, because going into a tough market like what we're going into, you have to be good at what you do. You either have to be good at what you do, or you have to have really good communication skills. Keith went out and picked up a new realtor this couple weeks ago that we opened up escrow, and she had a lender that she was working with. She wasn't really happy, and she told Keith, she said, I'm so glad you called me. I'm interested in working with you. And Keith told her, look, I don't have a lot of experience, but I've got a great support team behind me. And he directed her over to me. I've had several conversations with her. She loves how Keith's attitude. She knows he doesn't know a whole lot. She gets it. She knows she's learning, but she knows if she has a question and if she's afraid he can't answer it, or if he can't answer it, she has me to back him up. And we're closing. We're signing docs on that deal on Tuesday, so we'll close that deal Thursday or Friday. And this is the deal that the appraisal came in $20,000 low. And she was able to go back in and renegotiate the price. So everybody's happy. Everybody's excited about the client getting into a new home. But you've got to get better at your craft. You've got to be good at what you do. You've got to have good communication skills. You've got to always offer benefits. And now, by being able to, having a value-added service, you've got the vacation certificates. You got the potential to bring them in and let them offer solar to their clients, giving them another way to make money in what everybody is perceiving as to be hard times. I will guarantee you, Javier and I have talked about this. I will guarantee you that most people out there that you talk to think that this next year is going to be tough. Think that this next year they're going to make less money than they made last year, less money than they made in 2020. We don't think that. Javier and I think that this next year is going to be our biggest income years ever, because of all the different things that we have to offer people, and the networks and the people that we have developed over the years. We are very excited about what this next year holds, and you need to get that way too. You need to forget about the stinking thinking that things are going to get tough. Forget about interest rates and all those things. You know, I've been doing this since 1989. I've been through a lot of different cycles. I've been through ups and downs and all the other things. And at the end of the day, I'm still here. At the end of the day, Javier's still here. Anthony's still here. We're still here. We've been doing this for a long time. And, you know, Javier doesn't spend a whole lot of money on advertising. He spends money on technology and things like that. The, you know, 59 or 69, whatever it is, dollars for the that he had to spend for the certificates and all those different things. But at the end of the day, we don't spend much money on advertising. I don't spend any money on advertising. I guarantee you I close more loans than anybody else in our company. But it's because of the relationships. That's what you need to develop. Figure out what you have to do to make yourself valuable. And don't ever think about Javier says was talking about how depending upon how you talk to people will let them know whether or not you're interested in is making that next paycheck. When you're talking to somebody, if you're worried about making your car payment next month, they're going to see the dollar signs in your eyes. How do you get away from that? That person sale can't matter. What matters is who they can refer you to. If you're always thinking about who can this borrower, who can this person, who can this realtor, who can this client refer me to, then what happens is that you are always thinking about delivering the best service, the best product, the best of everything to that borrower. Because why? You want them to refer you to all of their friends. That's the bottom line. Because if that's what you're focused on, then you're going to be focused on delivering, and you're going to be focused on results. And you're always going to be thinking, always remind, when I talk to my borrower, I said, don't forget, you know, I want you to be totally happy, because I want to make sure that if anybody ever comes to you in your lifetime and says, who did you get your loan from? Or who should I go to? Or I'm thinking about buying a house, or I'm thinking about getting a loan, or whatever the case may be, I want to be first and foremost. I'm the guy that I want you to be thinking about. That's all I got, Javier.
Thank you, Rhett. You know, just one last thing that I'll add to that is that it's very, very true. I really do think that this is going to be our best year yet. I was just having dinner, as a matter of fact, yesterday with Marcella, and you know, she was just reflecting on just the day, from the sales that generate in the morning, from the lunch when I just told you with the David Perez, with the other sales we get in the afternoon, and then finally I got to the restaurant at night and she was just saying, I really, you know, I'm looking, and she's good at money. Just so you know, my wife is one that knows, stays on top of everything. She's like, you know, we're scheduled to make this the best year yet. And I go, that's the hardest thing to communicate to people, because sometimes all the negativity that's out in the news and so on, it is. So I'm challenging you to not buy into that either, just like Brett said. And like I said, when you're talking to, you know, one of the most important questions, one of the or best questions, that's to say, that you can use as an icebreaker when you're talking with a realtor. Let me see your best line. That doesn't have to even be slick. I'm not talking about being a script. You're at a mixer with a bunch of realtors, and you're the only loan officer in there. And you ask me, hey, I have a name tag, Javier, how are you? Good, who are you with? I'm with Coldwell Banker, I'm with EXP, whatever. And who are you with? I'm with Radiant Mortgage. Okay, great. What? And again, because I like short and sweet conversations, very short and sweet conversations. So what do you tell me? How's the weather? Let's do role playing real quick, just real quick. I'm making it super easy. My name tag says Javier. You have a name tag that says your name. Anybody?
You could say something like, you know, I've talked.
Don't say it. Just talk. Just like we're talking. This is role playing.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Oh, you want me to? Oh, you're okay. So you're the realtor.
I'm the realtor.
Okay, Javier. So what are you doing to prepare? All the leads that you have to going forward on in what's coming up with the market. And we've been through this before. We'll go through it again. But how do you propose to win?
How do I approach my clients? I'm just marketing right now through social media primarily.
Well, so for instance, the moratorium on payments. What how is that affecting you, or how how are you preparing to turn that into a win-win for you?
I'm lo-
Go ahead.
um so Gary, I'm looking for the bar now.
I'm sorry.
I'm looking for the bar.
Oh, the bar. What bar? Okay, the
If we're at
bar.
a mixer and this is the way you're talking to me, I'm looking for the bar. I'm trying to get away from you. You're getting way too complicated.
Okay. Well, let's just keep it going, and let's just say something simple. And again, I'm not going to put anybody in the spot, but I'm telling you, you got to learn to leverage the power of role playing. And what's really nice about nowadays with Zoom cameras on your phone, record yourself, and ask yourself, would that intrigue me? Because we only have 30, 60 seconds. I mean, one of the things, and I'll make it easier on you guys. One of the things that if I'm in a room full of, let's just say, real estate agents, first thing I'm going to ask them is, well, hey, how's everything going? Everybody's always going to say, good, okay, whatever. Well, let me ask you a question. What's the greatest challenge for you as a realtor right now? What's the greatest challenge for you as a realtor? And it's usually going to revolve around how to get more clients. And then that opens the doorway to either, hey, well, if I could ever be of service, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I have this great program called Marketing Certificates where we actually give vacations to Vegas just for showing up to either your open house and what I'm saying is that I'm going to offer myself as quickly as I can without asking for anything in return. That's what I'm saying, because it's a numbers game. Even if you're the slickest, best talker and the most experienced ones, and there's 100 realtors, you're not going to walk out with 100 referring realtors. You might get one or two. You got to know that going in. And so for me, it's like if I'm talking to Gary, hey, Gary, how are you? And again, Gary, let me ask you a question. I mean, what's the greatest challenge for you as a realtor right now? What would you say is the greatest challenge you face? Well, getting more clients. Okay. Well, I agree with you, Gary, but just so you know, if I can ever be of assistance, I do have a program where we can award vacations to Las Vegas for potential clients just for attending your open house and many other ways that realtors have leveraged it to generate more business. But again, if you want to, I can send you my number. Let me text you my number. What's your number? Here you go. If I can ever be of service, you want to know more, let me know. And I'm here to help you increase your overall success. Something simple to the point without going into the weeds, because at that point, like I said, or like Brett was saying, people are going to look for the door, or we spend too much time on something that's not going to go anywhere, regardless of how good you possibly are. And that's why I'm emphasizing things like the door knocking for those that already do it. I don't think you should go do it if you've never done it before. The learning curve, I think, is too long, too hard. I've never done it in my life, and I don't really want to do it. But I just want to close by saying you're gonna have to answer the simplest questions. Why would a realtor want to work with you? And if you cannot answer the same way, the same smooth way that when I ask you, what's your first name? Gary. What's your first name? Michael. What's your first name? Rhett. And if you don't reach for your wallet to check your name on your driver's license, I'm sure you don't have to reach down to look at your name tag. It's got to be smooth. It's got to be quick. Because again, when I ask you, why would somebody want to be working with you? Why would a realtor want to work with you? The answer has to revolve around what's in it for them. And we're hardwired. We're hardwired to do it the opposite. Or many cases, the challenge we have with role playing is that we try to think of the answer as we talk. Our brain is not going to keep up, or our mouth is not going to keep up with our brain, and we're going to stumble through it. And that just means that there's lack of practice involved there. And I'll leave you with one last thing, and I'm not trying to brag because I'm not trying to do that at all, but that breakfast that I told you turned into over $20,000 of income for me. What ended up really happening, because I had done a lot of events with these people, they had seen me at the school presentations, the turkey Thanksgiving dinner giveaways, the hospital teddy bear giveaways, that when I left, the person that was with me told me on the real estate side, said, hey, I just want to mention something to you. You made it happen. And I go, what do you mean? He says, well, the cops said that when they saw it was you that was going to be there, when they saw you sitting there, they knew that we were going to be, I don't know, they call me Javi. He says, when we saw Javi at the table, that he was involved, we knew we were going to be taken care of. And that's how I turned into over $20-something thousand of income. Just your reputation has to precede you is what I'm saying. You have to stand for something beyond mortgages, beyond real estate. There's got to be more to you than that, because at the end of the day, real estate is a craft that many, many people practice, and a lot of them do it a lot better than you and I. That's just the reality of it. And so we're not going to beat them at that game, but I can beat you at the game of trust, guidance, and the other things that matter to people the most. And so, Gary, don't take it the wrong way. I thank you for long, and I really just want to emphasize the fact that we are going to focus on getting our skills set up And I want to thank everybody for all that you do. And then lastly, for one last thing, I just want to say, this is the website. If you want to watch the video, the full recording of the solar opportunity, I'm telling you, if you're in real estate and mortgages, you owe it to yourself. Yesterday was a combination, $27,000 of 3 different industries with the same client. And they never said, wait a minute, I thought you were the realtor or a loan officer or a life insurance agent or a solar guy, because what was transferring back and forth was the trust. Marketing certificates, where you can learn more about the marketing certificates, vacation certificates. They're on sale right now, $47 a month. It's usually $199 a month, which is 75% off. And check it out. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.